Well, it is fascinating to me because I think this is where it all sort of comes together, because you look at these stories and you look at the fact that the South China Morning Post has revealed that the Chinese government, their propaganda arms, are now pushing the story that the riots in L.A. are showing the breakdown of society in the United States, while at the same time, one of the groups, the Socialist Liberation Party in L.A., seems to have some sort of affinity with the Chinese Communist Party, has been reported to have some ties, and has talked about how wonderful the Chinese Communist regime is. Am I being paranoid seeing that there could be more of sort of a pattern here, where the things that look like America is kind of breaking down and not doing well play into their hand, while also there could be some other effort to also undermine industry or agriculture?
Right. Well, we know that the Chinese Communist Party is great at propaganda. That's what they do. We saw under COVID, that was one of the reasons that we had lockdowns. We saw these images and videos from Wuhan, China, early on in the pandemic, before it really reached our shores, or to our knowledge had reached our shores, showing people just falling into the streets, just passing out, just dying in the streets. We saw piles of bodies in hospital hallways. And we thought, oh my gosh, this is coming to our shores soon, so we better lock down. That was Chinese propaganda at work, because we saw that's not what happened in the United States. Of course, there was a horrible pandemic, and we did see overwhelming numbers of patients in our hospitals, but we did not see people just dropping in the streets like the Chinese government was putting out there. Again, the Chinese government is really savvy at this, and they like to sow discord within the United States and with our political landscape, and they like to influence our elections. So this is no surprise that they're coming in here. But we already have members of Congress and the Democratic Party who also share lies about what's going on, who are also saying things like ICE is going into emergency rooms, and they're going into childcare centers, and they're raiding anywhere they can indiscriminately right now. There's also that element. You have multiple different areas that are sharing lies, that are sharing conspiracy theories, that are sharing flat out untruths.
Jennie Taer, it's scary stuff, and it's a great analogy to COVID. We've got to wake up and learn our lesson from that. Jennie Taer, thank you so much for joining me and for your great work.